Territory. Territory is really big and very important, and it's where you will make your money. Territories are based on approximately 300,000 people. It's generally in your home county. It kind of depends on how many people are in your county. I mean, there are some counties like Los Angeles County that has like 3 million people. That will not be just one territory. It will be divided into a few. But normally, it's based on a county. Now, if your county is 400,000 people, okay, take 400,000 people. Because we want it to be where you live, work, and know people. So it's generally how we can, figure out the territory. But again, like I'm going to say again, don't just think of rooftops in your territories. The daycare centers, the special event venues, the restaurants with patio seating, the children's sports, the senior communities, vacation and campgrounds. These are all potential customers for you, not just residential. So now let's talk about the culture of Mosquito Sheriff. I want it to be a culture of community, of people helping people, friends and family in your community. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But together, if everyone together, everyone achieves more. That's what team means. So, for example, if there's somebody in a territory, I don't know, close to you, and they call and say, "Hey, Frank, I am really sick today," or "We had something happen at the house this morning. We got water all over the place. Can you do my sprays for me? I have 5." I want you to say yes. I don't want you to say how much you're going to pay me, because everybody helping people is the way we're going to grow. If a franchisee does something that works really well in their area, we have franchisee meetings and we share ideas. This worked really well for me. Oh, I tried this and it didn't work at all. So help each other grow their business. So our friends and family policy. Well, in most other models, you have your territory and your zip codes that you have. And that's what you have. That's all you have. If you get anybody that inquires in a zip code that you don't own, you have to say, "No, sorry, I can't help you." Well, no is not in my vocabulary. So Google does not know, perhaps, that you own one side of the street and not the other. And when you do some online ads, it's going to be some crossover. But so what? If there's nobody there, if you say, "No, I can't help you," they're going to go try to find somebody else, and they're going to be using that toxic spray. So say, "Yeah, I can help you." If your mother lives 2 territories over from you, go spray her and her friends. But if somebody comes and buys that territory, those customers are still yours. The same can happen to you. If somebody buys a franchise and their mother lives in your territory and she is not already your customer, now he can go spray her. I'm going to call and tell you, say, "Listen, my mom lives there. I'm going to go spray her, just thought I'd let you know." It's a courtesy call. It's not a permission call. It's a courtesy call. But, working together helps everybody. And towards this goal of this culture that I want to build, we have our core values. Our core values are respect, excellence, service, and teamwork. We live by those, respecting each other, respecting your customers, respecting their time and the promises you made to them. Respect is really important. Excellence. We want to be the best. You want to become the mosquito expert. And when we train you to walk somebody's property and say, "Oh, your gutters, you might want to consider having them cleaned out because that's a hotbed for mosquitoes." Or, "Oh, you might want to change that bird bath water a little more frequently." So you want to be excellence in your service by being the expert in what we do. And if somebody says, well, geez, I'm getting bit by mosquitoes, you say, well, where are you being bitten? On my ankle. Well, those are tiger mosquitoes. They live in tall grass. So you might want to say, well, you might want to cut your lawn a little bit lower, or if the tall grass is next door or something, creates a barrier effect. So, being excellent in your service and your promise is really important. Service. Show up when you say you're going to show up. Text. Our system automatically texts for you on the date as a reminder, and when you leave the door hanger on the door with some little notes that you were there and some things you may have noticed. So service is the key of this business. Customer service. Customer service is one of the most crucial parts of this business. If your customer is out in the yard, go say hi. Talk to them. How's it going? Been going? And being respectful to them. If, let's say it's going to rain and you have 3 sprays scheduled for tomorrow, call them up and say, look, I really don't want to come because it's not effective. If I spray, it'll just get washed off. Let's reschedule you to such and such date. How does that work for you? Okay. Giving really good customer service is just a big key. They say that if a customer really likes you and considers you kind of a friend, they'll never leave you for, I don't know, $10 cheaper someplace else. Remember that one of the great aspects of this business is repeat business. So if you get, I don't know, 100 customers your first year, well, next year you're going to start off with about 100. Some might move away, and then you're going to increase that, and it grows year over year. And you don't have to start over from zero looking for a customer. And that customer is going to be serviced every 4 weeks, for depending on what part of the country you live in, 7 to 11 months a year. So service and customer service is huge. Teamwork. Again, really important. Maybe there are a couple of franchisees in your area, and there's a home show coming up. Why don't you all co-op together and go get a really big corner booth at that home show? And then when customers call in, you just divide it up depending on the zip code. So teamwork and working together and collaborating and helping each other. Because also, don't forget, you're working at home. You're working at home by yourself, and if you're doing it yourself, by yourself, in your truck, and it's nice to talk to somebody else who knows what you're talking about, who's living what you're doing and understands it and can help you. So core values of respect, excellence, service, and teamwork is what Mosquito Sheriff is based on. So, we're talking again about referrals. Referrals are hugely important. Let's say you go to a customer and you spray. We have little door hangers that you can put. We recommend 10 houses to the left, 10 houses to the right. Put it on the door. It says, we were just in your neighborhood and we sprayed your neighbor for mosquitoes. We're going to be back in a couple of weeks. Do you want us to give you a call? Well, what's that? You've got an instant point of reference because somebody in their neighborhood, one of their neighbors, has used the service. Put out signs in their yard. So getting referrals and doing a good job makes people talk and talk to other people. I know somebody who has a customer, doesn't have mosquitoes, goes to her mother's house for a cookout, and she says, Mom, I will never come back here again. We can have it at my house because I'm being eaten alive by mosquitoes. So once they have your service, there is no going back. And just another little reminder, there are no royalties the first year.